Alright, welcome back to this new assignment. We're going to be applying the blurred filter on this one, but you can see there's no information here in the body. Now I've already chosen an image. For the assignment that you use, of course you'll use the image that they give you, but for me I'm going to have to use a different image. So I'm not going to have horses running around in any of the images that I have. So you do whatever you got to do, but to start out with the body, I'm just going to give myself some space, and then I know I'm going to need some level 1 headers. So I can put some information in there. There's one, and we're going to need two. So just like the last assignment, what we want is kind of like a before and after shot. Now there's different ways you can frame this, and however you do it is completely up to you. This one I'll say with eye glasses, like if you're trying to sell glasses or something like that. And then this one will be without eye glasses. So what I'm doing right here is I'm creating a setup for me to put in a couple images. Of course, is this really looking through glasses? No. All it really is doing is setting up the person who's looking at, I guess it'd be like in some kind of advertisement. Hey, look, with eyeglasses I can see so good, and then without eyeglasses I can't see jack squat. So right here, this is my page. It's blurred vision, of course, but there's nothing on there. But if I reload, I've got my two headers on there. Now that I've got those headers, let's go ahead and put in an image. Now we're going to need a source, src equals quotations, and we'll get that in there. This is the one that I got. This was from the Library of Congress, so it's free to use. And if I come back here and load this, you can kind of see it right there. I'll make it a little bit bigger, but first let's get this down into the without eyeglasses down here. So it's the same exact image, and if we go in there and try to reload, there it is. Of course, like I said, maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger, maybe. Let's see if we can. Excuse me. But remember, what I would like to do is make without eyeglasses appear to be very blurred. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and make this a class and give it a class equals quotations, and the quotations will be blurred. So from the blurred class, we're going to apply a style to the blurred class. So .blurred, fancy brackets, close fancy brackets. And inside the blurred styles here, I'm going to apply a filter, filter, colon, and this one is blur. Now this one is going to happen in pixels, so you choose however many pixels you'd like. Let's just take a look at what some of these look like. So for 10 pixels, for example, again, you'd say, whoa, you can't see anything with eyeglasses. That's like probably blind. But we can change that and move it down. We could say maybe let's cut that in half to 5 pixels and reload that so you can see a little bit clearer that there. Let's try going all the way down to 1 pixel. See what that looks like. So again, not a huge change in there, but it's definitely more blurry than this original image, and of course it is making a difference. And I'm just going to settle on 4, kind of a random value, but I think that's okay. And again, that's what it looks like. Very blurred right there. So that's a blurred picture. Like I said, I planned on, you don't have to do this of course, but I'm going to do it just to see if we can make those images bigger. But I'll just apply it to the width. The width, let's make it 400 pixels and see what that looks like. So run it just a little bit bigger. Again, just makes hopefully the blurring there a little bit more profound. But that's pretty good for me. That's all we really need for this assignment. Can you blur with the filter using whatever pixels you'd like on a specific image? And of course we had to use a class to do it to a specific image. If we wanted to apply it to both images, we would have just put it into the image tag styling right there, but we didn't, and this looks pretty good. Okay, so this is how we're going to end. This is the index, which again we didn't do anything but apply a class blurred right there. And there's the style sheet. So again, if you need some of this code, you may want to just pause the video. But again, this is all we really need. I did apply an image styling right here, but again, it's not really necessary that you do that. We were able to get the credit without applying any styles to the images. So that's it for me. Again, if you need the code, pause the video.